What? That's
We're going
fine.
live.
It's,
Fine.
yeah.
Fine.
Who can answer this question? We have a question for the audience tonight.
I found it.
It was Frank Darabont.
No. F. Gary Gray.
Oh, who did Men in Black
Yeah.
International? That god awful movie.
Hey,
shit.
It's a
The
good
Negotiator. The Negotiator.
I love
with
The
Sam Jackson.
Negotiator.
That's a great film.
It is a good film. And I mean, there is
We out here.
a talented actor we don't like anymore, but
But we did like him. But his previous stuff, I mean, we can. I guess-
he's a talented actor. Talented.
He's a
reactor.
talented actor.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
Who are
it.
we talking about?
Mr.
you know, Lex Luthor. One of the Lex Luthors.
Mr. Backspacey.
Ah. Oh,
Yes.
got it.
Mr.
Backspace.
Yeah.
Pansy.
Hello,
One of my
T
top
Dog.
5 all-time favorites, and now not. We can't really say that anymore. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope. He used to be one of my favorite actors, and then nope.
I was
no,
gifted.
sir.
No, sir. I was gifted a free masterclass of his acting class. I was gifted that, and a month later. You know, it's funny too. You now
Not today, Satan.
now I have it, but he's nowhere under the acting classes at all. He's gone. But if I go into my profile, it's there. It's still there, so I can see it, but no one else can.
That's
Yeah.
funny. That's
Sam
I don't
Jackson's
have
was
my.
better.
I don't
anyway.
have the soundboard.
T Dog. The question was, who directed Fast and Furious 8, aka what was it
The
called?
Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious.
F8.
Fate 8.
Not
Because
to be
they-
confused with Final Fantasy 8.
Man, I swear they still should have. Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts.
Oh, F9 could have been fine.
Too much. Hello, T Dog. How you been, man?
Ridiculous franchise that I still enjoy watching. I know.
Could 10 be like?
It's ridiculous, but I if it's on, I'm watching it.
Yeah, maybe.
I watch it. It's like the
there's some
Jurassic
heart.
Park movies. They're not since the first one.
Yeah.
They're not all that great, but when they come out, I'm like a little giddy kid that I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That times 10 when you see the Jurassic Holy Trinity in the trailers for the next one. That's him.
yeah.
Can we talk about
Yeah.
that for 10 seconds?
I blacked out when I saw that trailer.
Tom, are
I
you
was like,
mad about the
wow.
Jurassic Holy Trinity?
No, someone
okay.
someone asked a question and said like, I do not understand. I am legitimately excited for this movie. Yet it feels like everyone hates Jurassic Dominion, wherever the fuck it's called.
I listen to them.
And so for me, my answer is because I think the last few sequels, all of the sequels, I think people ate too well with the first film, and it's not like any of the other ones have kind of caught up or delivered a proper follow-up, because the way Jurassic Park 1 just kind of really, was a cinematic spectacle in the CGI and the
Oh, yeah.
practicals in all of that stuff, but it also, like, in a term of a moral and a meaning of a film, like, it is these people becoming a family unit. And you even get a little bit of that in Lost World, which I will say point for Steve's in that camp. You don't get that in Jurassic Park 3. You don't get like a coalition of the family unit, which is what makes James Cameron's Terminator 2 such a good movie, because you have the family units coming together, which is something us humans just kind of love to see. And you don't get that in any of the fucking other sequels, so it's like, why would I get it from this one? All I potentially might be getting is just the Trinity back together for no apparent reason.
I think it's the
Which made me
Trinity,
giggle.
it's also the dinosaurs.
Because the dino effects have been stellar in all the movies.
Yeah.
The dinosaur effects have been fantastic. In all
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
movies.
think, Tom, I think you hit the nail on the coffin. There was a movie that we did an episode about, I forget which one it was, but it was a sequel, and it just, because the first one was so good and people ate so well with that, the seconds are like, but I ate it the first course, and that was really good. It was fresh out of the oven. And
It says
like,
just
but
bring
I
it on,
like them.
Steve's.
I enjoy them.
No, no on. Just bring it.
Where you
I
are on the
am-
screen, it says on right underneath your it.
Oh, I just saw that. That's
Nice.
funny.
But no, I hate to shit all over your parade, Steve's.
No, you don't. You love it. You get hard over it.
Yeah, let's
You
be
wake
real
up and
here.
say, "Ooh, how can I shit on something that Steve loves today?"
No.
Ooh.
I
His pants are getting tighter right as we speak.
Mhm.
I cracked 2 beers and it says shit on Steve's, and I just toss them.
What now, Tom? What?
Gives him great joy.
What? What?
I feel like more explosions in a movie. Does that make the movie more exciting to watch? More dinosaurs in a movie does not make it also more exciting to watch.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. What I mean is the effects themselves in the dinosaurs. I'm not. I like the idea where now it's time to wrangle up the dinosaurs. I like that the main dinosaur this time isn't actually a hybrid. It's an actual dinosaur that existed. The Gigantosaur, whatever, is an actual dinosaur that existed that is bigger than Spinosaurus and T-Rex. Timing out.
Yeah, Josh is quiet apparently. Get you up in?
I'm using a different mic setup, so
Up your game, baby.
I'm using like radio broadcast.
Up your game,
But
baby.
it's not meant for this. Yeah, up your game, baby.
Game, baby.
I'll be right back.
Up your game, baby.
Another element besides the Trinity that I'm excited about is from what I've read, they are incorporating the company Biosyn, which is who Dodson worked for.
That's BD1.
Dodson. We've got Dodson here. That guy, who was a much bigger bad guy in the Lost World book. His company was a rival to InGen, and he was trying to steal the tech from InGen. And it looks like they play a part in Jurassic World Dominion, which could be why the Trinity is involved, because it goes back to their first escapade. That I'm excited about, because there was a lot of story they could have done with Biosyn and Dodson that was in the Lost World book that was never incorporated back into the franchise. Because Dodson was the primary villain in the Lost World novel, not InGen itself going and taking dinosaurs off. It was Dodson trying to get actual eggs now for his company. Lost World was much more grounded, no going back to the mainland. It was just Malcolm, Sarah, Eddie Carr, Richard Thorne, which is Eddie Carr and Thorne put together in the movie, and another paleontologist and Dodson on that island. That's all it was. Books were much darker.
I mean, I can imagine. Is Michael Crichton? It's a book. You're allowed to go even deeper with those things, which is always tough because I feel like people not necessarily have a high expectation of, but it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back. You know, it's hard to like get a smaller version. But you know, again, Jurassic Park is a mega franchise to begin with, so I don't think anyone's hurting to begin with.
No,
but
of course
I was
not.
just saying what I felt like. But hello everyone. Welcome to Monday News, where you have a Steve's who's got his Just Bring It shirt, and if he does that, he'll say Just Bring It On, and he's got 2 boulders right there. One is called Granite, and the other one is called Asphalt.
This is 1999 Rock when he beat Mankind Mick Foley for the title in the I Quit match, and this is 2000 Rock when he went face and became the People's Champion. My present day Rock is at my office at work, so that one is not here, where he wears this shirt. Yes, but these are the vintage Rocks right here.
Josh, it did set up a new mic. He's not setting up. He did set it up.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2.
You do sound a lot. You do sound a lot more in here right now. So
yeah, it's like you're in the room now.
Good.
Is he in my room?
Who says I'm not?
Whereas Steve's could be as far away from the mic and it's still going to sound loud as shit.
What's funny is I originally read T-Dog's comment in my head. This is how self-deprecating I am. I originally read it as Josh, you should quit. So I was like, it's like, wow,
great confidence there.
Wow.
Thanks, man. Hey, Josh, you should quit.
Well, maybe something to look into, Josh.
No. God.
No, as in why you translate that.
I'm seeing my counselor this week, so I'll get on that.
There we go.
So it's like, I sent a text, hey, and then Josh reads, go fuck yourself. Oh my god. Who would do
Actually,
this?
you know
Who
what?
would do
Like,
this to me?
I will be real. I've gotten so much better over the years because I used to take everything personally. Like when you have trauma, you tend to take things personally, and then you learn it has nothing to do with you. But it creeps up. It creeps up where I'm like, oh god, they're attacking me.
Yeah, Josh,
Oh,
you
no,
just
Josh.
thought someone said you should quit.
Josh, no. I'm just gonna remember that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Josh, no.
That's
Josh,
not
no.
a thing.
Josh, no.
No, Josh.
Screenshot taken.
All right.
Josh, no.
Okay. All right.
Josh, no. Where? Why? Bonnie will be like, where? How?
Josh,
How did you go? How did you go there? How? How did your wee tiny brain get there?
Your inside out Josh is up here at the table. Is like, how did we get here? How did this happen? What did he do?
Josh.
My only version of that is when I played Magic against T-Dog, and I thought he was throwing the game because I thought he was trying to be nice, and I was like, why is he letting me draw cards? What the fuck? And then
he fucked you.
No, and then I won, but I was just like, is he letting me win? Is he letting me win now? It's like, but no, everyone, welcome, Ethan and T-Dog, welcome. Hope you guys got a bunch of questions. I have one question. I don't know if you saw that message, T-Dog, in the Discord, but I got one question from you from last week, and then we got two other questions from our pre-chosen list.
Yes.
But we could always use more, and I could always use more from you too, because you always provide long conversational questions.
Is it all right if I do a little bit of housekeeping? We'll get it out of the way.
True. Go ahead.
Yeah. So recently we've been talking about it the past couple of years, but we partnered with Embody Audio. We've been talking about their program Immerse Gaming, but there is officially now a coupon code, Nerd On. You get 10% off of all Immerse Gaming products. And the cool thing about that is that every purchase does go towards to like keeping the lights on, our future projects. I know Tom has talked about that a bit. I'm very excited. I printed out the script and highlighted lines. It's pretty cool. And then, yeah, I'm sorry, Tom, did you talk about the donation stuff before, like in your stream?
What thing? You mean like the little bar I have right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that it's said in case anybody did not see those. Yeah, we have stuff to do, things to do, and need monies to do them. So every little bit helps. Joining the Nerd On Nation helps, all that kind of stuff. So that's the housekeeping, the he's keeping. But yeah, that's it.
He's coping.
I'm done.
He's coping.
I'm done.
He's done.
He's coping.
Done.
It's his coping mechanism.
He's coping.
Ooh, I like this question, Ethan. I'm gonna copy that down right now.
Ooh,
I'm
Ethan
gonna
with a good
copy
one.
that
Ethan with a
down
good
right
one.
now.
Okay, all right, Ethan.
He said, like wrestling. What other fake things do you love?
Oh, Tom's pants got tighter.
Maybe I don't know the Nerd On followers.
Oh,
wow.
You make me go heel, I'm gonna go heel. Okay.
Wait,
Wow.
is this your heel origin story?
Right there. There it is.
Oh.
That's the song, right? That's the one.
Yeah, sure. That's the guy. That's the one.
The chat room smelt of betrayal.
So the Rock was a heel first, right? And then he became People's Champion, and then he became
Face was Rocky Maivia, his dad's name and his grandfather's last name, but he was too much of a nice guy that the fans booed him. This is Attitude Era. They didn't like squeaky clean good guys. So because they booed him, he went heel, betrayed the people, and he was so good at being a heel and so entertaining that the fans started liking him. And so he became like the most liked heel, and then he turned back to being the people's champion, but never dropped his attitude of the third person and all that.
This is me over here going, I have no idea what you're talking about, but
He kept his heel attitude, but then directed it at other bad guys instead of good guys.
I don't know what.
So he was an
is,
anti-hero.
Yes.
Oh.
Rock
Like
and Austin were
Randy
anti-heroes.
Orton.
Yes.
RKO.
Yes.
Which I saw you did.
Rock and Stone Cold and DX were the anti-heroes of
We have now established the level of wrestling knowledge is a Steve's at the top with the belt, and then Caitlyn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Amy, and then me, and then Josh.
Where's Manderson in this? The Manderson.
No.
Oh,
No.
he's below me?
No.
Oh,
He's not
Oh,
on.
that
He's
is
not
a
on
low
the. I mean,
bar.
Corey will be on the list too.
Corey
But no,
did
they don't
Corey
exist.
took some knowledge,
They
but
don't
I mean,
exist. Corey knows more than me.
I think Corey might know more. Well, Corey definitely knows more than Manderson. He knows way more than Manderson does.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
And more than me, so I'm still at the bottom, everybody. Still at the bottom.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Okay.
It's true. You're at the bottom. Who's
see-
opening, Tom?
Swapped out the gnomes as Steve's. Julie let you know that. Well, we talking about? He has two
With the
gnomes
rock
right there.
pops. With rock pops.
Those are gnomes, right?
Rock pops. Rock pops.
I'll open it up. Or unless it's Steve's, do you want to open it up?
I opened it last time. That was on.
Yeah, there you were. Okay, I'm opening it up then.
Tom's opening.
All right,
Yay.
so
It's like a store opening. Oh my god.
Oh hey.
we're gonna do the showtime now, y'all. I mean, this is all live now. This is all Showtime, not Showtimes.
live.
Showtime like the network. This is all live now,
Great
so
movies.
I mean, it's all gonna go on the VOD. Y'all gonna see it. Let's do all the claps for fun.
For funsies.
Steve's, give me a clap as if you're about to like get into the ring. Ooh, I feel like you just like smashed two beer cans together.
Mm-hmm.
Tom. Oh. My hands. You ever just like really throw your hands together? It's like it hurt a lot.
And then regret doing it. You're like, why did they do that?
I still can't do the snap thing that Tom does. I
can't do that.
I can't do that. I tried the other day while we were cooking something and it went well, and I was like, yeah, Tom snap.
I can do a one-handed clap, which might sound nasty. Yeah.
Oh, you can do the Corey thing. That Corey could do that.
I can do that.
Yeah.
This is quality entertainment, everybody.
I can do that too, but you just won't see my hands moving. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, T-Dog, for the clap for Brad. I found that clip again. I edited of Tom hurting himself doing that snap. Was it doing this? Okay, because I will say, in one stream, I forget what stream it was. I did something and I hit my nuts. And I've been hitting my nuts so often lately, and I'm just like, what is happening to me? Is this the 30s? Is this bullshit? Like you're older, so your balls are hanging
Is
lower.
this my life?
And then you're just like,
is this my life?
why would this happen to me?
When you hit the 30s, you hit your nuts more often.
Just more
when
often,
you hit
just-
40 like me in a month, it hit your dick all the time.
Jesus,
It's
just
weird.
like close my door on it. It's like, why is
It
this
gets to a
happening?
point that you accept it, where you're like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense.
Just
So, yeah,
sitting
that's all
on
right.
them, just fucking like Jesus.
I'm 36. That makes
There it
sense.
is.
Yeah,
There it is. Right there.
Yeah, just bring it, right?
Just bring it to it. Okay. There you go.
Okay, we're gonna get started, and then we'll get going, everyone. And the open credits will happen in 3, 2, 1.
One.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Nerd on the Update Show.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know, right? It's what happens when I try to remix multiple shows.
You did our intro wrong, and you
Crusader.
did
Well,
Capeless
it's
Witch.
Crusaders
You know, it's
is,
cool.
is
you
in
know,
it.
we're
It's fine.
we're all one family here.
There's nothing wrong, everyone.
I was
fuck,
so
fuck
excited
the
to
rules.
see you guys on the channel the other day. I was so excited.
To see what on the channel? Oh, on the YouTube. We have so many channels. Anyways, welcome to the Nerd On Update. This is a weekly show where we answer questions from you. That's the second part. First part's where we talk about the news that excites us. We have a Steve's who's just far away from the mic, looking at his very low ceiling, giving me the hand like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines.
Finally, the Nerd On Update has come back to Twitch.
The Nerd On Update was always on Twitch, bro.
It's what he says. God damn it.
Anyways, we don't introduce the host at all, so Steves, why don't you give us your news first?
That was it. We've come back to Twitch.
And scene.
Before
Josh,
I get
go
to my
ahead.
news, hey everyone, happy Brahma Bull Day because it's The Rock's birthday. It's The Rock's birthday today. He turned 50. Happy Dwayne Johnson Day. All right, there you go. My first bit of news actually kind of connects to him, and it deals with the fate of the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, you may have heard that Justin Lin, that explosions and driving, Justin Lin, the man who was behind the camera for Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, the fourth one, Fast 5, Fast 6, skipped Fast 7, skipped Fast 8, F9, which is a key on your keyboard. He's responsible for directing all those movies. He was doing F10, which was supposed to be the last Fast and Furious film, but announced last week, F10, yes, there you go, it's there, it's on your keyboard as well. He announced he was departing the production. Yeah,
Terrible.
which is big. He's the, you know, since the third one, the big kahuna
He's
behind
brought
the Fast and Furious franchise.
$1.9 billion into that franchise.
$1.9
Made it into a
billion.
franchise at all.
Yes. And there was questioning, like, how do you walk away from this? It was rumored that he was giving up 10 or 20 million being a producer and director of this, walking away. And it's come out, allegedly, that the reason he left was because of Vin Diesel. Now, earlier last year, it was revealed in some interviews to Vanity Fair that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had said that he and Vin do not get along. That went back years to when they were working together on Fate of the Furious. There was an issue, and in the history of Rock's social media presence, he never posted anything negative until this one post, where he was saying how everyone he's worked with on the set's been awesome, except for some guys, specifically one. Never named him, but said one, and did use the word candy ass, like he used in wrestling.
It rhymes with pin,
Pin
Giesel,
What
pin Giesel.
What would The Rock
then-
call these people?
Candy asses.
Not
No.
jabronis?
Or jabronis, yes, but he did use the word candy ass in this one. And in a Vanity Fair interview last year, he revealed that it was Vin. Vin openly came out on social and tried to call Rock back to the franchise, and Rock doesn't handle business on social media, so he wasn't a big fan of that either. But said he would never go back to the franchise. He'd only do Hobbs and Shaw, which means he'd work with Statham, or if anyone else popped in from the franchise. But said his time with Fast and Furious was done, primarily because he does not like the way Vin Diesel conducts himself, and that he's very condescending and also a diva, supposedly. Now comes
Balls.
Justin Lin's comments, where allegedly Justin Lin has said that about Vin Diesel's attitude on set, that Diesel shows up late to the set, he doesn't know his lines, and he shows up out of shape. That's according to a source close to the whole story, which again would validate the things that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said with his issues with Vin. So everyone else in the set, of course, is being quiet because they just want to finish the franchise and get paid and move along, basically.
Move
Jason
along,
Momoa-
move along.
This is
Jason Momoa, who is really close with Rock, but also friends with Vin, he's not saying a thing because he's supposed to be the new bad guy on this. I don't recall if John Cena is going to be on this movie or not. I don't recall if he's coming back or not for it.
Captain Marvel just joined.
Captain Marvel joined. Brie Larson is in there as well. Yes.
Academy Award-winning Brie Larson.
Yes, you're right. The Room.
The Room?
Or Room. Was it Room or The Room?
It's Room.
Room. Yeah, Room. So
The Room is
that's
way
big. Yeah,
I was just gonna say,
It's a great movie.
way different movie.
Justin Lin, he's the forefather of the film. We now have Louis Leterrier directing, who he is the man responsible for directing The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. And
I messed up piece.
I think he did Now You See Me or Now You See Me 2. I can't remember which one it is. He did one of those two. But yeah, so that explains Justin Lin's exit, allegedly, as of the time of this live show. But again, validates previous things said about Vin Diesel, which sucks because I've always kind of liked Vin ever since Saving Private Ryan. And for him
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead, yeah.
this. I'm gonna say it this way. I'm not saying I'm on these sets. I'm not saying I've seen
course.
these things. I'm just saying there are things I've known and things I've heard on people who have worked on certain sets. It is a big deal. I have worked on a movie that I'll talk about in the Discord if we want to get into the Discord and bring our chat
Brag
into
about it,
that.
baby.
I have worked on a film where an actor did send like, oh, this is my body and this, because it was let's say it was a franchise IP film, and that actor was not in shape, and it definitely just creates a lot of stress for everyone because all the costumers have to worry about like, okay, what are we going to do about this? And all the makeup people are like, well, do we want to dress it up or do we want to leave it alone? And then, they're trying to sell. It's sad because, for these big IP franchise characters, you got to have those things. But also, that being said, this is what I've allegedly have heard from someone who worked on a Fast and Furious movie. He'll do a thing. There are things called honey wagons, and honey wagons are the big RVs. You'll see them called star wagons. The honey wagons are bigger. They're the ones that like the RVs that open up horizontally, so they'll have a bigger room.
Okay. Gotcha.
This Vin Diesel will have 4 of them like line up and park so that they'll make a little like city, a little blockade, so no one could get in. You have to go through the honey wagon to get inside his little camp in order to do that. But we all might scoff and say like that's prima donna bullshit. But also you have Robert Downey Jr. who gets paid $50 million a movie, who has a whole tent city built up for him.
Exactly.
And he invites cast members to eat lunch with them. So the ideology of prima donna is very relative to people like us versus people who making bajillions of dollars. So
the part I don't get, if true, how does Vin Diesel not come to set knowing his lines for Fast and Furious? It's not like Dom has the most complex lines in the
for
history
the family.
Of film.
It's family.
Come on, Dominic Toretto's lines since the first movie have not been very complex as the movies have gone on. I'm just saying.
I live a quarter mile at a time.
Quarter mile at a time. He had more range in that first movie when he yelled, "The Buster kept me out of jail." That's the most range he's had in the entire franchise.
As an actor, it blows my freaking mind. I was taught to be on time, be off book, those kinds of things, and like and maybe I have the joy of knowing a lot of voiceover actors. And it doesn't matter how successful. I mean, we've been lucky enough to interview some really incredible legends, and they're always so like grateful for where they are and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, I know it's not a $50 million 50 blah 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 paycheck, but it's like I'm just completely amazed sometimes with the amount of disrespect that they have for the entertainment when I see things like that. But of course, like Tom said, I'm not there. So,
but also the people you're talking about probably have more complex lines, and they put the time and effort to know them and remember them and put the effort in. It's not a Roger Eggers film or a Shakespearean play.
Tom's about to pop off.
It's Fast and the Furious. You have like one line, and there's explosion, explosion, car, car, and then one other line. These lines are not that hard to remember if you're Dominic Toretto.
I hear what you're saying. But also, he is the face of the franchise, right?
Yes.
So tell me, who's their pick for number 2 for Dominic Toretto?
They don't have one. Of course they don't. He's it.
That's the same thing that Bruce Willis did on Live Free or Die Hard when they had to do rewrites, and Kevin Smith had to rewrite some stuff. And the studio said, no, we don't like that. He said, okay, fine. Tell me who's the next pick for John McClane. When you are the face, when you are the brand, like that, and you are the face of a $1.9 billion franchise.
You've been given so much power.
Unfortunately, like Justin Lin, he's the one that really accelerated and changed and evolved the franchise from being racing movies to being the action thrillers or action heists, much akin to Mission Impossible. And the same thing as Christopher McQuarrie, right? He's going to be known as the guy who kind of elevated where Mission Impossible went. Same thing with Brad Bird. But who's the face? Tom Cruise. They're going to be okay because also that's original IP. That's not adaptation. Fast and Furious has a cartoon.
Ethan Hunt has more complex lines than Dominic Toretto.
I mean,
Tom Cruise knows his lines.
I mean, also, I'll say this. This is not like a slight on anything like that, but it's like there are reasons why there are, glass ceilings or invisible yellow tape or whatever it is between genre actors from one type to the other. And I know for firsthand account from someone I know that's like a particular action star that I'm not going to mention here doesn't read lines. They have to have cue cards in every movie, and they are a big name. They are, let's say, as big as these three, or as big as Ethan Hunt and Dominic Toretto and whatever The Rock's character's name is. So.
But I'll give them that. At least they're reading the cue cards and putting the effort to get the lines right. Because if Vin is showing up and not even caring about the lines,
yeah, I'm just saying,
and just going grumble, grumble, family, I am Groot, grumble, grumble.
And I'll say like this with the Rock, and again, this is where it comes into Daddy Zacky Snidey. Where people,
I told you, he totally said that.
Where people like they're like, oh. Zack Snyder is nice to his actors. Who cares? Like, you don't realize that's actually the outlier. Like The Rock being like such a good a hardworking person. That's the outlier when you get a bunch of stars and sadly prima donnas. But anyways,
it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
I like that.
Damn.
You
know the drill, everybody, as always. No.
I was going to say, sorry, I think my section went too long. Apologies.
No, sometimes we discuss things here.
Yeah, sometimes.
What?
Josh, you want to go
next? Sure, I'll go next. I will start by bringing back a super popular segment called News to Me.
Yes.
It's old news, apparently, but I just found out, so it's news to me.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Jackie Chan Adventures. It's coming back in 2013. No, just kidding. I watch a show on Netflix called The Last Kingdom. It's an awesome show. Love it. Just did its 5th and final season. I've got a couple more episodes to go, but love it. But I just found out last night that they are making a movie to finish off the kind of lead character's storyline. It's very much like it's even pre-medieval history in England, like when the Danes and like the Vikings and very early England were fighting together for power and whatnot. Very excited. Just found out last night. It was such news to me. Like, I found this article. Like, it's not even on the lead actor's like IMDb page as a in production kind of thing, which surprises me. But they only last month, I think they wrapped filming. And so it's supposed to come like it's supposed to come in like early 2023. So I'm pretty excited. It's a really fun show. It's really great. It was originally canceled by BBC at season 2, and Netflix came back and picked it on up and ran it for another 3 awesome seasons. Season 5 is powerful. There's some scenes in it that as an actor, I'm like, that's some good stuff. Those are emotions. No.
It's so wild. It's so wild how
picturing Josh on his couch. Those are emotions.
Is that what emotions look like?
He's just doing Leonardo emotions.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that Netflix is just so good about let me revive this show and give it 5 more seasons. Let me kill my own show after 3 seasons.
Yeah. Let me kill our properties. Like, oh, you really love that? Oh, we're going to stop that. It's like when Bonnie and I like when there's a product at the store that we like and it's like low fat, low sugar, blah, blah, blah. We love it. And then the company stops making it. We always go, you know why? Because we liked it.
Yeah, never say it out loud. Never say you like it out loud. Just keep it inside.
This is good. I'd be okay if I had it again, but
this is fine. Fine.
Anyway, next piece of news. I love the clickbait of this news. I love it so much because most of the headlines are this: Square Enix sells Tomb Raider. No. So Square Enix,
Sony.
Square Enix is actually selling Crystal Dynamics. I think it's Eidos Montreal and Square Enix Montreal Studios to a Swedish publisher, Embracer Group. They're kind of a conglomerate of gaming companies. One such is Gearbox. We all know them. But they have sold that company, and the reasoning, I will tell you right here.
It's because Marvel's
because they would-
Avengers was bad.
That's
Oh, the
still
games.
It was Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, was it?
It was Square
Well,
Enix
probably.
Crystal
That
Dynamics.
probably made them go, ooh.
They're like, ooh, we released a $60 game that was kind of broken.
Oopie. But their reason was they wanted to use the money to invest in fields including blockchain, AI, and cloud gaming. So
We lost Tom.
Yep.
We've lost
No,
Tom.
I
Somebody get
as
him.
somebody who has played Square games since the 90s, I am a little like, okay, all right, interesting. All right. It's kind of like when you hear about a casting of a character and you're like, you know what? I'm
Interesting.
not going to judge yet.
Mhm.
They also have Dark Horse Media, this new company. So I like Dark Horse. So anyway,
Like the publishing company, like Dark Horse, the comics?
they Dark Horse Media. I tried to look in further, and when I click on the link on their website, it goes to the comics website. So I'm like, do they
Interesting.
own that?
Hellboy?
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, Hellboy. Yeah, they have a bunch of other companies, but
Hellboy video game.
yeah, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's my news. I just thought it was really interesting. I don't like the direction, but you know.
Say you really do like it out loud and it'll go away.
Yeah. Oh man, this is such a good idea. Oh, I have to mean it. Shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Acting.
Back to you, Tom.
Back to me. Everything's
Bring
fucking
me.
canceled, everyone.
Everything's canceled.
Everything's canceled.
All
Bye.
of TV is
Uh,
reset.
Goodbye. Get out.
Yeah.
Reboot.
Cancel.
Somebody went behind the modem of TV and went, "Hey, is this cable important?"
No more.
And now we're rebooting all of TV. Back
Just
to the beginning. I Love Lucy.
We're canceling Amber Heard. We're canceling Johnny Depp. We're canceling.
Judge. Cancel the judge.
We're canceling
Cancel
the
the
judge.
judge.
We're canceling Roe v. Wade. We're canceling
Paddington
Arrowverse.
2 survives.
We're
Leave Kevin Nash. Leave Kevin Nash. He can stay.
Everything's getting goddamn canceled up in the Arrowverse. CW, Warner Brothers Discovery, DC Boy. We made it. We made it.
DC Boy has made an appearance.
So Batwoman is canceled and hit third season, and then Legends of Tomorrow is canceled after its seventh season. A lot of love and support have been there for Sarah Lance. Because she was like a prominent figure in the Arrowverse.
Katie
Lots.
Lots.
Going to interrupt my news segment really quick to answer a question in the chat from Stree42. How do I donate to the short film? I believe we have a donate link in our Twitch.
I just did the thing.
There
I did
it
the
is.
thing.
Right there.
You did the thing.
But continuing off, it's sad. I was there for the beginning of the Arrowverse, baby, and I love. Yeah, and
You got me on it.
yeah, we were all about it. And it had such a humble beginning, and it was very much like copying the vibe of the Dark Knight, but you know, it made its own thing, and you know, it included the Adam West Batman, Superman and Lois and Superman. Lois and Clark show. It included so many things in Smallville, and so it's a lot, and I feel like if right now the last two shows are The Flash and Superman and Lois. And that's it. Supergirl is done. Flash has been like they're kind of opened indefinitely. It's very interesting in the DCEU world. I mean that in that world, even now with the at the streaming, Amber Heard will be getting to testify for her part in Johnny Depp's I guess suing
Defamation?
her
Defamation lawsuit.
And there's already been 3 million people who are signed a petition to remove Amber Heard from from Aquaman 2. That being said, it's kind of crazy that this didn't have to happen in order for Johnny Depp to get removed from Crimes of Grindelwald. in just, you know, I watched so much of it, so you, the listeners, the viewers, didn't have to. And
I was gonna say, so I don't have to. So thanks, Tom.
and Johnny Depp got dropped like a hot bag of trash from Pirates, which is really unfortunate.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a franchise
like that, just like
Get
boom.
out.
yeah,
Done.
and all, but you know, he did not disparage Warner Brothers at all about him leaving Crimes of Grindelwald. I think it was a mutual understanding. They're like, hey, just under a lot of fire. We don't want to get rid of you, but like blah blah. Anyways, but that being said, well, what am I gonna say, Steve? What am I gonna say?
Snidey.
Daddy Zacky Snidey.
Daddy Zack Snidey.
Has CGI'd an entire person out of his own movie before, so doesn't mean they can't do it again. You know, he removed Chris D'Elia from Army of the Dead to put in Tig Notaro,
Shit, that's right. Yeah.
and I'm just like, what a baller ass move. You know what I mean?
Hey, remember when we were talking about Jurassic Park and practical effects?
Look,
How far we've come.
yeah, right. You could CGI a whole person out of a movie, and no
It
one would
never
notice.
existed.
But that's kind of crazy. Anyways, that's all my news. Arrowverse, pour one out. We'll see where it goes. There is part of me that thinks David Zaslav, who's part of Discovery Plus, who's now running all of Warner Brothers and DC. I think he's cleaning up shop. I think he's just cutting everything out. He's gonna be like, I want everything to work towards these films, and I want Superman at the forefront. Robert Pattinson's obviously getting another movie, and we'll see what happens with Gal Gadot and or Godot and Patty Jenkins, because I know Wonder Woman's high in the forefront. Aquaman is just the big money because it's $1 billion movie. But I have a feeling that a lot of shows, even like Titans and Doom Patrol, might be on the chopping block, because I think everything's going to just serve.
Do you think
whatever's
are
gonna
you?
happen.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking that they're just getting rid of anything that doesn't have to do with like the mainstays, like.
I think not in the sense of like they're going to be like matching or imitating the MCU in any way, but like they're going to be like everything serves the greater purpose of this one spear, and then we could have kind of like, I mean, this is the thing, kind of like what Zack Snyder had in mind. He was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make 5 movies, and it's gonna be Justice League. Everyone else do whatever the hell you want to do, but at the end of the day, they're all gonna come together and fight Darkseid on Earth. And it's like, do whatever you want.
I kind of see, ever since the HBO Max like arrived, I could see the possibility of the Arrowverse and CW shows quite sudden, going away, and them directing more to putting shows on HBO Max where they have more freedom, where they can go
like the Netflix Marvel shows.
Exactly. And it sucks because Batwoman was a great idea, but man, that got plagued with some bad karma real quick. With Ruby Rose and how she was treated on set. And I don't think there was ever going to be a way from coming back from that. They tried, but I don't think they were ever going to come back from the way she was treated. Legend of Tomorrow was always fun. I've always been the big John Constantine fan, the TV show.
I think Legends of Tomorrow was the most brilliant idea to be like, we keep putting these guest stars in and we have nothing to do with them now because it's about the superhero and not about the villain. It's like, why don't we just throw them into the show? And I was like, what a brilliant, just make a new IP out of like all these characters you've just introduced.
Also, like I have a couple of friends who have worked either as director or editor for League and
Legends.
League of Legends.
League of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Sorry, I fucking work there. And
League of Justice Tomorrow.
The League of Today.
The League of Zacky Daddy. Daddy Zacky. And they've said it's just an absolute blast show to work on. Like they just
I believe it.
It seems like everybody cast has fun doing it. Like the funny thing is like I started on Arrowverse, and then when I started working at the CW, it was strange to still be watching it. Like it's like when you cook something and you've been cooking it all day, and then all of a sudden it's time to have it. You're like, kind of, I don't really want to. I don't want to. I'll eat it later.
Later, yeah. You guys eat first. You eat first.
Yeah, you guys go first. Go back to the line.
Go back to. Constantine was my favorite DC series that was on television. That was my favorite one, and so I was excited when I heard he was going to be appearing. First, he was on Arrow, and then he was going to be on Legend of Tomorrow, and then he became like a regular cast member. I liked the Legend of Tomorrow idea. When I watched him there, I felt like I didn't like him there. Like I'm like,
It's like, no, you need your own show.
You need to go be with the demons and the angels and fighting those.
You need to be in season 2.
I love seeing you back as him. I love seeing Matt Ryan in the coat and doing what he does, but it's like he's being misused here. Like, go back and fight demons. That's where I want you, in September and October and with the eerie feelings. It just felt like I want Matt Ryan to come back as Constantine. I want him to be in a realm that matches his genre. Like if Swamp Thing was still around, James Wan's Swamp Thing, that would have been fantastic to have him eventually tie in John Constantine in there. That would be David Barry and I were waiting for that to happen because it was there, and it's not there anymore. And Matt Ryan was. I miss you, Matt Ryan. I miss you, man.
I mean, we'll go into the questions because there's a really good question that someone put in the chat that I want to bring up, and I'll bring up all this stuff. But that'll conclude my news.
Cool. Talk about some news. The next part of our show is which we answer questions from you, the people, the audience, the thems. Those.
It's not the staring contest. I thought
it's not the staring contest. We'll do that next week. We won't. So you can submit your questions in a number of ways, and TDog8282 has been so gracious as to put the command in. nerdon.tv/questions. Go there. It is a page on our website that lists all of the ways. My favorite way, join that Discord, nerdon.tv/Discord. There are channels to put your questions in there, and it's a good times. Lots of cool people over there too. Discussions all over the place. Good stuff. And also, like we've been talking about a little bit, the Nerd On Nation. The Nerd On Nation does allow us to keep the lights on. It allows us to scheme up more fun stuff to do in projects.
Schemers.
My schemes are never ending.
Schemers.
We have lots of ideas. There's lots of ideas that we've been like, man, we should do that, but we can't yet.
We can't.
So join that Nerd On Nation. Donate, nerdon.tv/donate. We got to pay the tax man. There's all sorts of fun stuff. So
look. I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's a lot of short films in the pyre. Both these motherfuckers want to be in, and some of them have fucking written some, and this motherfucker's got to make them. So I need y'all motherfuckers to help me out. That's
wow.
we're all in this together at this point.
Tom went to the school of Sam Jackson negotiating. That's what he went to school of.
I mean, I will say I love that BTS bit of Christian Bale saying his favorite part of working on Shaft was that Samuel Jackson kept calling him motherfucker. And I was like, hey man, that's true. That's true.
I love it. So you can ask questions like Jeremy M. coming in hot.
Nope.
Yeah, this question.
You each have 49 hours to live. What are you doing with your extra hour? Sorry, Spencer, I couldn't resist.
Because Spencer had asked what we're doing 48 hours to live. And to me, I think Steve's one answer.
We already did the 48 hours, so we got 1 hour to decide what we're doing.
Steve's number one answer is love.
I'm going to be the change I want to see.
Yes, and by love, I mean certain Twitter accounts. Moving on.
Jesus criminy. You know how, like, in all those hip-hop songs where they say, I want to love you, and it means something else?
Bingo.
That's this man.
That's the me. Mario.
Wow. It's a me, Mario. Wow.
1 extra hour to live.
1 extra hour. Like, I guess my question, because I'm not sure I was here for that question. I don't know. But do I know that it's happening, or is it just
I think we're going to have 48 hours to live. So
I feel like that last hour you need to, like, actually truly accept. Like, you need to, like, I feel like, oh, shit. I've got an hour left. I'm going to spend time with Bonnie. I'm going to spend time with my wife, probably watch something that we love together, maybe go to the movies. When I'm at 47 hours, we'll go to the movies. And if I die in the movie theater and scene.
I mean, that's happiness. Dying in a movie theater.
That's-
That would be happiness. No, I agree with that.
My wife is one of the most incredible people on this planet, and she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And so getting to die with her by me, I'm gonna get emotional.
What movie you watching? What movie you watching? What movie?
Paddington 2. Come on, man. Come on.
There it
To
is.
this day.
It is tight.
If you watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, watching that movie, I was just like,
God, I want to see that.
yes.
But what you need to watch is Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steve. Get
Yeah,
in
you
your
have
line.
to watch that first.
And then you
have
have
to
to-
watch that.
My cousin Eric is on the bandwagon with all of you. He watched both movies and said both are amazing. Hey guys, working on it. Okay. All right.
I'm a father
God damn it.
and a husband. I have work-life balance.
I
And
feel like
Hey.
we'll fit on SNL skit.
Steve-
I work a 9 to 5.
Jo-
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Josh, you missed one. He's also a jabroni.
He's a jabroni.
You can't use that term.
You're not allowed.
Wait, is that racial? If it is, I can't. I will.
Tom,
Is it
my
racial?
favorite,
I'm gonna say
my
it is.
my favorite message that people leave in Elden Ring. You don't have the right. Oh, you do not have the right.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I love thrust butthole or like try finger butthole.
Try butthole.
Yeah.
Try butthole.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Tom.
I think in my 48 hours, I think the last 2 hours I was definitely having sex.
Yeah,
So
there
on the
you go. See? There it
49th
is.
hour, I will let whoever my true love, my romantic partner, if I'm ever unfortunate to have one, I'll just let her do all her demented fantasies to me.
Nice.
I might as well. I
like
mean,
it.
like if I'm hey, look, last 2 hours for me, last
I got
hour
nothing
for you.
left to lose.
And then I'm like, how about
Hey.
you just go
Do it.
in? How about you just do
know what?
everything you want to do to me? And I
Let's-
won't
let's-
hate you for it.
Let's combine. Just have it live on your Twitter account, and I'll watch.
Okay, Steve's. Open up my spaces for you.
Next question. Next question. Save us. Next question
No,
comes
no.
from Gorilla Geek 21.
What's up, Girl Geek?
Question: if you three, we're in a zombie apocalypse,
Mm.
who is getting left behind first?
The fuck?
And Steve's like, the fuck? You can't even imagine. I mean, who runs the fastest mile out of us?
Ooh.
Well,
Damn it, I used to be fast.
Who could get to the car faster?
I do have a medal saying I passed the Spartan 5K. I got that going.
I think Josh is technically closest to his car, so he can get away fastest.
I don't have to outrun zombies. I just have to outrun all you guys.
My car is in a parking garage, so I'm super far away from it.
I'm gonna go down swinging.
Steve's gonna go. Okay. All right, then it's
Yeah,
Steve.
that's
Yeah, Steve's the one that's gonna get left behind.
Just give me the slow motion turn with rage-filled smile, and just
But-
slowly as they all
but-
just
You're doing it for us.
yeah, exactly. They come to me, and you guys get away.
See,
Yeah.
this is what I truly do. Josh would be like, man, you could do this. Here's a sword or a bat, whatever you need. You're
Whatever you
you're
need.
last line, and then I'm like, well, I'm far away. It's like, yeah, man, whatever you need. And I was like, how about you throw this? And I just give you like a stick of dynamite. It's like, just hold that for like 5 seconds. And I just
If you're gonna go out big.
because that
And I'll
that-
run toward them.
Yes.
I would want that. I would want for myself. I'd be like, all right, how many grenades do we have? None. Cool. Anything that creates fire. Sweet.
I have Axe
Yeah.
body spray.
I'll run with the dynamite, and just for levity, I will hum the Chariots of
for
Fire
levity.
theme. Chariots of Fire theme as I run toward them.
Just for yourself.
Dun, 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 dun. like that your Urkai that went running to the wall in Two Towers.
Yeah, I know what you're talking I see that.
There it is. Okay. I actually, in high school, our senior project for our honors class, the AP class, we did the test, and the teacher was like, the AP test is done. So what do we do? And he's like, make movies, make projects, do something, but it has to include what we read this year. And our film was very Monty Python-esque.
Nice.
But we had a scene where somebody was running in slow motion with chariots of fire, and it's just like,
rightfully so.
this exists somewhere on my hard drive. But anyway, it's terrible.
I like that.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Next question.
Next question comes from T-Dog.
What up, T?
Question: burgers or pizza? Which is better? Pizza.
Ooh.
Pizza. That's mine, at least.
You gotta
I realized recently, cheese is my favorite food,
Yes.
and pizza
Has more cheese.
Has more cheese.
Mm-hmm.
T-Dog, I'm gonna need you to ask Corey that specifically in the food channel on the Discord, because I think those are his two favorite foods. So I would love to see him sweat.
I think his software might break.
That being said, Steve, do you have an answer? Which one can have more
like-
pineapple on?
See, that's the problem. The thing, because we
How
do.
dare you ruin a pizza?
It was already ruined when there wasn't pineapple on it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm the heel now.
Nice.
I
Join me.
RKO. I don't know what I do.
Join me, Tom. It's tough because we have a California Aloha burger.
Burgers are too. I just like pizza.
That's what I'm gonna say. I love me a good burger, but we have pizza specialized days at our house, so pizza wins.
Wait,
we have pizza night, not burger night. We have pizza night.
burger pizza. I've seen it.
It's called a Lunchable.
I've ordered one.
Oh
It's
my god!
It's called a Lunchable. Burger pizza.
I think for me, my answer is gonna be burger. I like
some good sandwich.
This is the thing for me. I think the floor is very, very
Lava.
low or high, whatever it is. Pizza, you could fuck up pizza pretty quickly. There's a lot of pizza I won't fucking eat because I'm like, that looks like shit pizza. Burgers,
I do good pizza.
burgers are fucking a dime a dozen, and I'm just like, nah, whatever. But then but both pizza and burgers, their ceilings could be high. I think burgers have a higher ceiling, and then burgers also, like, I can accept more of them even if they're shittier. Like, you give me this crusty, burnt piece of shit barbecue motherfucker that I'm like, this is dry, I'll eat it. You give me this stale pizza that I'm just like, dude, the fuck, this is more dough than anything else. This sucks my ass. And I would rather, like, and I like all pizza. I like deep dish, big one, all the shit on it, combination. Burgers, I like all burgers, but I think burgers are just simply, like, easier to enjoy than pizza is for me. For me. But that's it. Not trying to take away. We got the pizza answers and we got the burger answers, so it's all good.
Love.
Yes. Coexistence.
Lead with love. That's it. That's the pre-selected on the spreadsheet.
Deep dish is just lasagna pizza. You dang right.
Yeah, there was. Oh man, there was this deep dish down in San Diego, down in Seaport Village. This is early 2000s, but I just remember to this day, I haven't tasted anything better than that.
Have you ever seen Jon Stewart's when he was on the Daily Show?
Yes. And no. And I refute that now because I have had now.
Which one? The deep dish?
I've had a good deep dish, and
Okay.
Look. I'm a Cali guy.
Deep.
Like, Cali people shouldn't give a shit about pizza, right? It's always New York and Chicago, right? But, like, California people should give a fuck about burritos and tacos because we're so close to the the area. Anyways, that being said, I grew up with flat pizza all my life, and I like thin crust. I hate the fucking thick crust bullshit. Again, doughy bullshit could go eat my ass. But I had a deep dish, and that shit was really good. And this was from fucking Chicago, and I was like, you know what? And we reheated it, and it was great. And I was like, you know what? I could eat this. And I ate it like this. I didn't eat it like with the spoon or a fork or anything like that because I was like, I'm a monster. But, like, it was good.
I'm a monster.
Tied in. Did you ever see the one where he ranted about the way the former president before he was president would eat pizza.
with a fork and knife.
Yeah, it was a beautiful segment. The entire segment was fantastic.
Well, he also
Just
eats
the
it
whole
like
build-up.
well done with ketchup. So steak.
Yeah.
So.
Monster.
The whole build up to like how he wanted him. Hopefully, he went to like
monster.
a local mom and pop shop, and he ends up going to like a franchise that's not even Italian, and how he loses it. It was fantastic. The whole thing is fantastic.
I will also. I want to make a little quick segue and do a quick shout out to Kyron49, who's in the chat. Go listen to
Kyron.
Go listen to
What up,
Four
what up,
Tails
what up?
podcast. Where he hosts, and he disagrees. He says pizza over burgers. You have to factor in the ability to eat pizza the next day. And you know what? Again, for you, sure. Burgers, that's for me. Burgers, that's for me. But yeah, Four Tails podcast, Kyron, baby. And then I forget if your Indiegogo or Kickstarter is over with your comic book. But anyways, we will do the questions I got from the chat next.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first question is going to be from Ethan Who. In light of things happening at the CW, which is why I brought this up, if you could bring back any canceled show, which would you bring back?
Got it.
Yeah, go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
Constantine.
Okay,
Constantine.
Oh, that is the answer.
Constantine. That show got screwed by its time slot, by the way it was held back. Putting 10 o'clock on a Friday. Okay, yeah, good job, guys. Way to go. No, Constantine deserved way more than it got. It had so much potential with a great cast, and I would love to see that come back with the same cast, Matt Ryan as John Constantine.
Josh?
That's me.
I'm thinking. Let me think.
I got my answer.
Let me think. Okay, do it.
Mine's Swamp Thing, baby.
Ooh. Connected. There we go.
Swamp Thing. I mean, I swear, just the effects alone. Granted, and I understand that they shot it up in Georgia, and they had the sound stage, and they made the swamp, and it cost like $13 million a day just to have it.
Give James Wan that money. Give it to him.
Which I was going to say, do you know his other canceled project that I really wanted? I think I've mentioned this multiple times, but it was the Trench Project, which was going to use the creatures from Aquaman, but it was going to be around Black Manta in an alien-esque movie where he's surviving through the trench. And I'm like, this would have been badass.
Yep. And with Swamp Thing, again, we get the potential crossover with him and Johnny C. To get, just bring them both back. Josh, what you got?
I don't know. I'm looking at a list because Constantine's the answer.
It is the answer.
It is the answer.
Bollocks.
Bollocks. Smallville. No, just kidding.
That did not get canceled. That man walked off screen with his blue no emblem shirt on.
No, I know. That's why it's a joke. I don't know. I think Constantine is the answer for. I mean, I just think that it's a. Yeah, I just think that it is a great show. That
the Hellblazer. That
died way before its time, and I would love to see more of that. And I don't. At first I was like, Supernatural, but no, the Winchesters is kind of a. That's happening.
I don't think that got canceled.
They just wrapped.
They got 15 seasons.
When something ends, it's anyway.
They went to hell like 7 times.
Dexter.
Dexter.
You can only die, come back, be whatever so many times.
Carry on my wayward son.
That was Supernatural was my solace when I first moved to LA.
It's a great show. It was a great
very
show.
cliche. I moved to LA on a Greyhound bus with a couple $100, and my friend was like, "Hey, while you're looking for a job," I was sleeping on his couch. He gave me like the first few seasons box set to just like he was like, "Here, spend your time watching this," and it holds a special place in my heart. Like
it's a great show. Like, Supernatural's a fantastic show.
I love classic rock, so
your life story could have been a song, the way you were just telling right there. Got on a bus. I hear Bruce Springsteen right now.
I get it. I get it.
What do you say? We have time for one more question?
Yeah, one more question.
One more question. This one's going to be from. I haven't seen this person in the chat, or maybe first time. I don't know. But King High Life asks, all-time favorite movie.
Oh my God.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yours?
For Steve's.
Dude, I despise this question so much because I have too many that I adore.
None of them are
That's
paying.
the problem.
None of them are paying your bills.
Ugh.
Um,
Come back to me.
I mean, I don't mean to bring up this movie again, but the unbearable weight of massive talent, they talk about this exact question where somebody asks, "What's your favorite movie?" and he's like, "Oh, that's an impossible question."
For me, it is.
It's an impossible question. If I have to choose one, I think one that has always like come back to me, like Big Lebowski. I think Big Lebowski is probably it's one that I have watched many a time. I probably think way too much in Big Lebowski quotes. Like, so I mean, it's one that I go back to often. But and then it's Paddington too. Oh shit!
You want me to go
See,
first?
this is why it's
Steve?
impossible.
I'm still thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go next, Steve.
Go tell him.
The Prestige.
I was just gonna say I can answer 4 times.
Yeah, very simply, The Prestige is always and now I've reading the book, I just kind of appreciate the film so much more. It was before Nolan was the big director he is now. He was still doing
Great
the same thing,
movie.
and it's Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael
Fantastic
Caine,
So good.
Andy Serkis, David Bowie.
David Bowie.
You got so many
I watched it again this past when I was coming back from France. I was watching that.
It's a beautiful film every time you watch it.
Yeah, and it's such a good film because you kind of it begs to rewatch, and then not only is it kind of just alluring to go into the turn of the century of the 1900s, and then also follow magicians and learn about magic tricks, but see a rivalry that we could all kind of relate to at a certain extent, but just two men who just also want to have a happy life but can't let go of revenge. There's a lot to it, and then when you rewatch it, you just have this whole new context to rewatch it. Not like you'll find something new, you might catch some things, but like you just have a different understanding of what the story is between these two characters. And I think,
are you watching closely?
It's such a it's not a wet night. She'll be a slip it.
We play the Pantages.
Yeah.
How can he not know?
It's just so good. It's just such a good movie.
It's good.
Amazing.
Hugh so good at wanting revenge. How could he not know?
I will say, Street 42 bringing up Everything Everywhere All at Once. That is not a contender for my favorite movie, favorite movie, but I think that is probably one of the best movies ever. No, I think just ever made.
Really?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's that movie left me both Bonnie and I just walking away because we hadn't gone to a movie in a while, and we were like, hey, let's go see 2 movies, let's be crazy. And we watched that one first, and we had some time between the 2 movies, and we walked around the block going, then there was this and then this, and like there were so many aspects of it that I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Like,
come on, Steve's. Come on, man.
Actually, I'm thinking back now, and Street 42, the other one he mentions there is going to be the one because it hit me had the biggest effect on me growing up. Schindler's List. It was the first real shit movie that I had ever seen, and I saw it in school. We saw it in 7th grade as part of our as part of a history class. We all had to sign waivers that we were going to watch this because it was going to be used in the curriculum, and we watched it. And it was the most moved I'd ever been watching a film. And I was like, of course I was happy because this is the guy who made Jurassic Park. Oh my God.
Tears.
And just the way it hit. Yeah, exactly. The effect and the scene that always makes me feel the emotions is at the end when Oscar is thinking about how many more he could have saved. When he's saying, this car, I could have saved 10 more people. This ring, this pin, 2 more people, 1 more person, and he just breaks down because he could have done more. I could have saved 1 more. I could have saved 1 more, and he breaks down in tears. That scene right there is
Emotional damage.
the guy who saved 1,100
Is this what
people.
emotions are?
Yes. The guy saves 1,100 people, and he's still like, I could have done more. I could have done more. And
Survivor's guilt,
hating
baby.
himself still. Yeah. It changed me when it came to movies and what movies could be and what stories they can tell. And that, I'm going to say it right now, Schindler's List.
Okay.
And that score, well, anytime you hear that score, it just
Oh, it's
pulls
such a
right
good
away.
score.
Mhm.
Da, 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 da.
Oh,
Ugh.
I mean,
That-
speaking of that, it's what's interesting is I've read a lot of books, but I never read Jurassic Park, and so I started reading it.
Yeah.
It's so different. Like it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
like
It's actually good.
actually so.
Steve.
You know what? Never stop slapping.
Steve. Every time I'm just like, you think we're friends?
I have 2 copies of that book. One is the one I read 7 times growing up, and the other one is the display book that doesn't get touched, just to look at. But yeah, Jurassic Park the book is just darker in tone. There's a different meaning behind it than what you get in the movies. It's Crichton saying, no, this isn't a good thing. Stop it. Oh, it's yeah.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it, everybody. That is our. How do we do this now?
Well, I will say to
He's getting ready to say it. He doesn't know what to say.
I-
What do I do with my hand?
everyone in the chat that did submit questions in, we got some new questions in from Stree and Julie and more questions from T-Dog. We will answer them, but we'll probably hold on to them for next week's update. So don't think we forgot them or don't think that we're not going to get to them. We will answer them. I really like Raph's question right at the end there. Keep bringing those in. Join the Discord and then put more questions in there. How to end this, Josh? I don't fucking know. I just want to make
I
sure.
don't know. Hey, guess what? Awkward transition.
That's it.
That's
Now
awkward transition post show.
this is the
Whoa.
post show. Welcome. Now we're done.
Whoa.
We're done with the update. We just talked to the chat. And
Do
hold
the
on to those
Wayne's
things.
World like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like put an awkward spotlight on people in the chat, but Stree and King High Life, I have never come across you guys on the streams before. Welcome to the Nerd On stream where we on Mondays
Welcome.
do the update.
You've got
and
mail.
Thank you, Steve. Some Wednesdays we'll do Crusaders, and then on Thursdays I stream, and other days people will stream some games. So welcome.
Testing a link. I just want to see if it works.
Ooh, I saw it.
Okay.
Ooh, I saw it. Sorry, Steve, you were into it. Tom, do you know
Very
what
good.
is the name of the hair tie thing Samurai used to put
One
their
moment.
man buns up? I don't know the name of that thing, but I do know that in that time frame they would shave most of their head and then do the bun because showing their head was like a sign of respect or something. Even though to me it looks not pleasing as a full head of hair as well as what tradition or like other adaptations are made. Post show questions for Steve. What's your favorite rock moment of all time? Julie,
Rock what?
why would you do this to us?
No, Julie, you're asking great questions. What was it again? Sorry.
What is your favorite rock moment of all time?
Oh my God. One? It's like the movie question. Sorry, there's now a Maine Coon in here that allegedly wanted to be in with me, so you're gonna hear meowing on the post show. Big ass Maine Coon cat. Come here. As I think about the question.
Oh, that's a big puss.
Yeah, it is. Look at this guy.
Jesus.
Look at that. Yeah.
That's a big cat.
What's
Yeah, it is.
what's their name? What's our friend's name?
This is Cal.
Cal.
Just spelled like the Kryptonian, Kal.
Nice.
You can hear him purring.
Oh.
I sometimes think about having bringing my Miss Pickles in here, but she would be sitting on my lap and purring really loud like the whole time.
Mhm.
She's a loud purr. She's also an
Ah.
asshole. That's-
So's Cal.
But Penny Lane, our other cat, sweetheart for days.
Well, with that name, of course.
Yeah.
Favorite rock moment. There's so many, but I'm going to say the one that solidified.
I like the
that
one where he
he-
laughs at the camera.
Is that a bulge in your pants, or are you just happy to piss on him?
It was called. It was in 1999. So he's hitting his prime in wrestling, becoming a big name, and it is. My cat is hitting the light here. That's funny. It was when he did the sliding people's elbow. He was. It was September '99, I think, and he was the special guest referee in this match of WWE Champion Triple H versus the British Bulldog, both heels. And The Rock has an issue with both of them. So The Rock goes in not just as a referee, he's wearing his black silk shirt, his pants, shades, and the whole match, he doesn't give a shit about what's going on. They go for a pin, and he's looking at the crowd. They go for a pin, and they do their move and go for a pin, he just claps. Good job. Good job. And ends up beating up both of them at one point. And it leads to him doing his move called the People's Elbow. It's where he stands over the guy, usually throws his elbow pad to the crowd, goes to one side, goes to the other, does this electrifying kick with his leg, and drops his elbow. Now, in this case, he's not wearing wrestling attire. He's wearing clothing, his regular clothes. So he simply takes off his shades, throws them to the crowd, goes from one side to the other. But when he bounces off the ropes, instead of running up, he's wearing loafers, and he slides on the mat all the way up to the Bulldog, and then drops the elbow. And it made the crowd go nuts that he didn't just drop the elbow. He slid halfway across the ring and dropped the elbow. It was a fire moment. He took Triple H's title, raised it up as he got in the top rope, and walked away with it. He wasn't even champion. He walked away with Triple H's belt because he's the people's champion. He doesn't give a shit what Triple H says.
Yeah.
That moment was like, oh, it's pure rock. Pure rock.
Yeah.
That's right. And I'll send you guys the video clip in the Discord. And I'll text Josh and Tom it because I want to annoy them.
You don't annoy me. I love you. So
Thank you, Josh.
That's
Thank you.
Tom.
That's no word from Tom. No
hey,
word from
that's
Tom.
all Tom.
Brothers can still annoy each other, so yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
I will give
little
Fuji.
brother.
I will share it.
Oof.
Before we get to
Love you, Cody.
Before we fully wrap up the show, there was like a post show question, I guess, if we want to suggest that. If From My Mom's Garage is cool with that, it won't make it to next week's episode. I mean, they're all in the same stream. Who gives a shit? The question is what comic characters would you like to see have a stand-up comedy special?
I feel like I'd want to have Batman because I feel like it just like it wouldn't go well.
You want it for the awkwardness of Batman trying to tell jokes.
It would just.
I feel like he might get close to Bo Burnham, but no music. He was like,
yeah.
I was like, so you guys like impressions? And I was like, yeah. Why?
Why do you like
That's
them?
that's Sophocles. And then but Steve, do you have one?
A mom and dad walk down the street. Guess what happens to them?
They died.
They died.
And now I'm here. Ha ha. Funny.
Knock knock. Who's there? Vengeance.
I mean, Plastic Man is probably the #1 guy to have.
Why did Joe Chill cross the road?
like
Because I was
Spider-Man.
chasing him.
Spider-Man could be a good comedian.
Booster Gold. Booster Gold, baby. Corny ass humor.
I mean, we could all probably pick.
Wowzer.
We could all probably pick Deadpool. He would. I feel like be very Tom Segura-ish. There's part of me like if Peter Parker Spider-Man was it'd be very like John Mulaney-ish maybe. You know.
Fucking Spawn. That'd be another awkward set.
You know where it's hot? Hell. Chain. Just hears chains when he moves a little bit.
Like King High Life suggested the Joker would definitely kill for sure. I mean, honestly, that being said, I think Harley Quinn post Poison Ivy relationship, she would be great because she's in full control of her faculties. She's still, and she's got everything going on, and she could just be like, what really sucks about men, and then everyone fucking laughs. She's like, but what's really great about women? And then it was like everyone laughs, So I'm like, she could probably do.
I can see that.
She'd probably do
that. I can see that. Yeah.
Who would just flame? Who'd just flame everyone? It's like probably him and George, but no, yeah. I mean, comic characters. Who would actually be funny? I feel like I mean,
Deadpool makes us laugh. I mean, there's that.
But do you think he actually could do stand up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like yeah, I mean, Deadpool, Spider-Man, I think are the top picks for sure. But I'm like, man, there's gonna be other people too. It's gotta be other people. Like,
Oh yeah,
I need to think
Deadpool will
about
do
it.
great crowd
Let me
work.
see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I did like someone put up the Thing. I think the Thing would do great. Stree putting the Thing. I was like, yeah, the Thing could probably. Yeah. Thor, comic book Thor, not MCU Chris Hemsworth Thor.
I mean, he got funnier at the end.
Yes,
last
but he's
movie.
funnier in different ways. We're like
Yeah, that's true.
Thor. Oh hey, we got a
Oh,
sub.
hey, look at that. Thank you for that.
20-sided ninja. Thank you for your prime sub, baby. I feel like
Tony
yeah,
Stark could be like David Cross.
yeah. I mean, if not Gold, Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, Ted Cord.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel like Guy Gardner would get the Bill Burr treatment. He would just call everyone like a piece of shit, like just make fun of everybody. You know what I mean? Because Guy Gardner just is a douchebag.
Cass from Preacher would be a good comedian.
Oh, I mean Constantine.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
I could
yeah.
just see it. He would just.
I like how Constantine has been the answer to multiple questions.
Yes.
I could just see him just sitting on the stool, lighting a cigarette,
Just snarky as shit.
just talk about it. Flash me.
So demons, right?
Yeah. Flash me quick-witted. Okay, Street. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. It's like what I said with Human Torch, as in they're flaming the audience. Or like Martian Manhunter would be really good at impersonations.
Ah.
I hate it and I love it.
Alfred from Batman would be dish.
Oh, you know who would be the most powerful comedian? Charles Xavier. Just makes everyone laugh.
Oh, and they don't even know why.
Just sits there.
The whole audience.
He would just be like,
Yes.
every child that comes to my school dies. Everyone just starts laughing.
It's great work. It's great work.
The only person who hasn't is an immortal.
This is his best special.
He's so good.
Oh, he's really got it tonight.
Alfred would be really really snarky. Alfred is sass man. I do like that.
Yeah.
I do like sass. What about Beast Boy circa Teen Titans? Yeah. I mean, and in Teen Titans, I would say in the animated, I would say Cyborg would be great. Yeah, I think that would be it. I mean, who? I mean, I'm really
Negan.
Again, I don't know.
Negan.
Hilarious. He'd be like Gallagher, but instead of watermelons, it's your face.
First, kudos for mentioning Gallagher. The only thing that you could go up would be like mentioning the Smothers Brothers. Like,
You want the man.
That'd be Booster and Blue Beetle right there.
yeah, the Yo-Yo Man. Wow. Everybody at home, look on the internet, search the Smothers Brothers.
Yes, you won't be
It is a
disappointed.
Classic.
They're fantastic.
They are fantastic. Oh my gosh, the Yo-Yo Man. Probably why I wanted to learn Yo-Yo. Fucking Gallagher. Holy shit.
But Negan.
But Negan.
The guy that killed all our Asian people's heroes for like
I know,
a
man.
good year.
I know.
How
Listen, he
dare
has a
you?
redemption arc.
Yeah. Comeback story.
Some bitch based on bullshit. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have a show with the wife of the guy I just blasted his brain in.
Which apparently she's not going to be on anymore.
Oh, really?
I heard. Like, she's.
We're canceling everything, yo.
we're just-
Amber Heard's canceled.
fine.
Johnny Depp's canceled. Pirates is canceled. Walking Dead's canceled.
We're just. Hey, is this cable?
Everything's
important?
canceled. Everything's
It says-
canceled.
Unplug it. Unplug it back in.
It's
TV
crazy.
shows of America.
Again, it's
World.
it's crazy to think that I have a friend who works at AMC and there's like more than 5 Walking Dead shows. Like, how? But how? How did this
I mean,
happen?
good for Robert Kirkman. I
Yeah,
mean, he has
sure.
other properties that I'm like, come on, man, let's make those.
Yeah.
There's some cool properties that he does that I'm like, let's make those too. Oh no, that's not CW. Shit. Never mind.
I
Why
just
the Last Man got canceled?
yeah.
and it
Everything
needs to
everything got
come
canceled.
back?
Everything's getting canceled, baby.
Why am I yelling?
Everything's
I don't know.
canceled. Everything's
I'm so
canceled.
Because
excited.
everything's being canceled.
That's how you know we live in the wrong timeline.
Mhm.
Everything's getting canceled.
Mhm.
COVID numbers are up in LA. Everything's getting canceled. Oh man.
Invincible. They made Invincible, so that's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
And
Outcast needs to be made.
Oh,
Anyway.
Homelander would be a great comedian.
Oh no!
Just blast everyone. Just everyone dies. Like no, that sucks.
Double hitter, Homelander and Negan.
But
together.
actually, then
Huh?
I mean, I like Carl Urban's Billy Butcher.
I was just gonna say Billy Butcher would be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I guess Sokka from Airbender, he is in a comic book now. They have the comic book at tellings of this story. Which man, Nickelodeon, they gotta hurry up with them freaking Avatar Studios. I have no idea what's going on with that. That needs to happen quick. I think
Real quick.
real quick. Oh, you know who'd be funny? Just because everyone likes fucking cringe, Groot would be a great stand-up comedian.
I'm Groot.
Exactly, and everyone's like, it's so
I'm-
funny. I'm kidding. No,
I'm
you love it. You
Groot.
love
I'm
Ren from Monstrous. He'd be one of those like dick
Oh, wow. Good pick. Groot and Iron Giant as a duo. Yeah, right.
I am Superman.
Oh, I see. It's both Vin. Easy lines. Easy lines.
Steve's.
The movies. The movies.
Easy lines.
I will say though, I did love that meme of just Vin Diesel.
The movies.
It's just like I get it, man. Malcolm
I like
Reynolds-
incorporating the family into every movie. That's how he comes to save the day in his charger for every movie finale.
The thing about street fight, the street always wins.
Those lines, man. Avengers Endgame, when instead of Captain Marvel, it's him in the Charger while Bandoleros plays as he's driving through.
I like Groot and R2D2 should have a rap battle. Yeah, and then
Shit.
Chewbacca and Iron Giant are in the background like emceeing. It's like, oh yeah, you get it. There's a character here that gets
Go down
it.
that base, Chewie.
Because that's the shtick. We have something that doesn't speak real English, and then some snarky guy that understands it. $1 billion. No cancellation.
We're on it. next fall on Disney Plus. Epic rap battles of Star Wars history.
But
Of Disney products.
Yeah, I would. You just reminded me. I don't know if it was canceled or they just chose to stop doing it.
Okay, I think that's enough stream. They're getting loopy.
Drunk History.
I think that's canceled.
I know, but I was like, I'd love to have that back because I thought that was hilarious. The way they acted it out.
Are we just going to talk about the things that, like, are we just going to feel hurt for the rest of the night? Is that what we're going to do?
Yes.
Hey, remember this show? I remember that one. Yeah.
It's called a bonding experience. Not all of them have to be.
No,
good.
you're right. You're right. We're bonding.
Sometimes people bond over bad shit. That being said, let's end it now. Thank you everyone for swinging by, for donating to the short film fund that Nerd On. We're gonna be producing a short film soon, baby. And you guys and all the people on the Patreon will get to see it first. So go and join that.
Yeah, you will.
Thank you for all the wonderful questions, for all the new people. A20-sided died. A20-sided ninja died. A20-sided ninja for subscribing on Street 42 and King High Life. Was that the name? I want to make sure I was right. For chiming in, and all the lovely people that come in every Monday. Continue to watch us Mondays at 8 p.m. baby.
Also, remember, before you go to bed tonight, it's his day, so leave out a delicious pie for The Rock because he loves
Raise a Zoa for your brother.
pie. Those of you who know, you know.
Like a cream pie.
And
Anyways.
for those who don't know, that's okay.
You're
too.
not far off.
All right, I'm gonna hit a
You're not
raid.
far
We're
off.
gonna raid out somebody. Let's
Pie.
send out to Master
vanilla
WGS.
Not chocolate pie, not peanut butter pie, not peanut butter pie.
We're gonna start the raid. Josh, sing us out, baby.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. You know the drill. As always, nerd on.
Nerd on.